I had this big phase in my life where I did not have a job or an education, and I basically just isolated myself and played World of Warcraft all day. And as a result of this lifestyle, I started to feel like I was really behind in life. Because I was behind in life, right? I had spent years without going to college or having any work experience. I just played video games. I neglected my health. I gained a bunch of weight. I just isolated myself, so I developed some social anxiety and I was too afraid to talk to girls, etc. I felt like I was behind on a lot of different aspects of my life. And I think it was largely due to the fact that I felt so behind in life that I struggled, and this might sound a little ironic, but that I struggled to actually take action and improve my life again. Now, I know that this sounds very ironic to some people, because you might think, well, but if you're behind in life, then that's all the more reason to start improving yourself, right? Yeah, sure, hey, I get it, but it didn't work that way for me in practice, okay? It just didn't. It's not that easy in practice. So first of all, there's the shame. You look at other people, and then you see other people who are better than you, right? And then you feel ashamed of not being as good as these people, and you feel ashamed of putting yourself out there, and then other people possibly seeing you doing the things that they did years ago, right? Or you not being that good at things. There's the insecurity, there's the shame of it. There's the expectations that you have of yourself. You wish that you would have been further ahead in life, and you struggle to accept that you're so far down, right? There's the insecurity of you not knowing how long it's going to take. Not knowing if it's ever going to work out. You might think, yeah, well, so what if I spend years of my life putting myself out there, going through all this effort and going through all these embarrassing situations, only for it to turn out that I'm actually still not good at that thing, and then it was all for nothing, right? There's the insecurity. You don't know if things are ever going to be all right. And what was I actually supposed to do in practice? I mean, how was I actually supposed to apply to a job? Was I just supposed to go there and say, oh, hey guys, so yeah, this is me, this is Rob, and here's my resume. The past couple of years of my life, I did nothing but play World of Warcraft all day. So yeah, hire me, please. At least I've developed an insane grind set from playing World of Warcraft, right? So yeah, I'm the ideal candidate. Please hire me. What was I supposed to do? How was I actually supposed to take action and improve myself in practice? Or talking to girls. How was I supposed to learn to talk to girls if I hadn't done it for years? I was literally too afraid to say hi to a girl. And if a girl would talk to me, I'd have no idea what to say, right? I'd just choke and not say anything probably. So it was like the further I was behind in life, the less motivated I felt to actually take action and improve my life. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it's a very strong feeling that I had personally. But I remember that there came a point in my life where I sort of hit a low. I hit an all-time low. And there wasn't anything specific that happened, but I guess I just kind of grew tired of the life that I was living. It's kind of like that example that I used in another video, where you grow tired of a day where you're procrastinating all the time. So whenever you have a day where you just mess around the whole day and you do nothing, or at least when I had a day like that, and I went from one YouTube video to another, and I'd watch them for 1 minute, and then I'd click on the next video, and then I'd start up a game, but I'd play the game for 5 minutes and then start up another game, and then I played that game for a few minutes, and then I got bored as well, and then I closed the game, and then I started browsing my Steam library looking for another game to entertain me. Eventually, I kind of just got to that point where you just get so tired of what you're doing at that time. You get tired of that feeling where you're wasting time trying to entertain yourself, trying to have some fun, but not actually having fun. In some way, I had sort of reached the same feeling, but then not towards one day of procrastinating, but then more like towards my entire life as a whole, or at least a couple of very important aspects of my life. But it kind of felt like it was my whole life back then. And it kind of was, right? They were very important things. I got to this point where I just thought, okay, I guess this is what it is, right? It really is that bad. I really am down here. I got to this point of realization and acceptance that I was down here, right? I started to sort of in some way become okay with the fact that I was down here. And I remember this very well. I suddenly thought to myself, hey, wait a second. If I am down here right now, and I don't really have that much to lose, then that means that from this point on, my life can only go up, right? I don't have that much to lose anymore. I had spent all this time with my mindset somewhere up here, thinking, oh no, I don't want to be down here. I'm ashamed to be down here, right? I wish I was up here. I don't want to be down here. But I was down here. There were many aspects of my life that were down here. And so the moment that I was able to let go of this mindset, the expectations that I had for myself, the judgments that I had or that other people had for me, or the judgments that I thought that other people had for me, right? Because we always think more about other people than other people think about us. But the moment I was able to let go of this mindset and accept the fact that I was down here, I was actually capable of looking forward and realizing that my life could only go up from that point on. It was, without exaggeration, it was one of the most relieving, motivating moments that I have ever felt in my entire life. I used to be afraid of being the fat guy that goes to the gym, right? I used to be afraid that other people would laugh at me. Haha, he's the fat guy that goes to the gym and tries to lose weight. But now I started to realize, why am I afraid of this? Because I am the fat guy, right? This is who I am right now. All the people can see that I am a fat guy. So I can either choose to continue being the fat guy, that is the fat guy and becomes even fatter, or I can choose to be the fat guy who goes on a journey to lose some weight. That's the choice I have right now, right? I have nothing to lose because I already am the fat guy. I can either choose to remain the fat guy or to go up in life. Same thing when it comes to applying for a job. I was so afraid of applying for a job and not knowing what to say, not knowing how to explain the fact that I had this huge gap in my resume where I played World of Warcraft for years, right? But now I started to think, okay, you know what? I am that guy. I am the guy who wasted some years of his life. And now I'm faced with the choice, am I going to remain the guy who wastes years of his life, or am I going to be the guy who wasted some years of his life and now chooses to get his life back together? It's a choice that you have, right? In some way, it's like starting a new character in a video game, making a fresh start. So before you made the new character, you were constantly worrying about the fact that other people are higher level than you are, right? And you were constantly thinking, oh, I should have been higher level. Oh, I wish I wasn't in the situation that I was in right now. And there are some quests that you need to be doing to level up. But you're not doing these quests because you feel too good for these quests, right? You feel too good for them. You're thinking, no, I shouldn't be doing those quests. Those quests are beneath me. Or maybe you're ashamed of doing the quests because you're ashamed that some other people see you doing the quests and then think, haha, that guy is doing the low-level quests, right? But as soon as you start that new character, you re-roll that new character and you start from level 1. You let go of the past. You let go of the expectations that you have of yourself. You let go of the judgments that other people have of yourself because you are level 1 right now. And from this point, you can only go up. And so it allows you to actually enjoy playing the game again. It allows you to enjoy doing the quests. And now sure, this is just an analogy, okay? This is just a fun little video game example that I'm using to prove a point. And I'm not trying to say that starting a new character means that you are going to have to give up on everything that you have in your life right now. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. A lot of people watching this might have not gone through the exact same things that I have went through, and there might only be like 1 or 2 aspects of their life that they are feeling behind on, right? But whether it is your entire life that is lacking, or it is just 1 or 2 aspects of your life, it's the exact same logic. You have to let go of this mindset where you think, oh no, I don't want to be down here. You have to let go of the expectations that you have of yourself, and you need to let go of the judgments that other people have of you, or the judgments that you think that other people have of you. You need to let go, and you need to accept where you are right now. You have to create that new character and press the enter game button. And when I say press the enter game button, what I mean is that you have to start taking some action to actually work on the new you, to actually do the things that the new you wants to do. Because as long as you don't start taking action, you haven't actually created the new character, but you're just dreaming of being the new character, right? You're still the old character, and you're dreaming and thinking, oh yeah, I wish I was the new character and I wish that I could let go, but you can't let go because you haven't started playing the new character yet. It's the moment that you start playing the new character that you realize, oh, okay, nice. This is who I am right now, and that is the moment that you can let go of the past, you can let go of the old character. And in order to play the new character in real life, that means that you have to start to take some action to actually build the new character. And I know this sounds very intimidating, because you might think, oh yeah, but now I have to do all the things that I was so afraid to do for so long. But you can take small steps. I started to take small steps. That's the way. Start with the level 1 quest. Because I'm not trying to claim that I had this epiphany moment and then suddenly, poof, I was super confident and I had the confidence to do all the things that I was always afraid to do. It doesn't work like that at all. Yes, this realization that I had sort of gave me a lot of motivation and it gave me some confidence. But still, there were plenty of things that I was afraid to do. I was still afraid to just apply to a job, right? That was way too far out of my comfort zone. So I actually started to take small steps. So for example, when it came to losing weight, what I didn't just sign up for a gym membership, but I actually started running in a little piece of forest nearby where I live during a time when there were no other people around. Because that was like, it wasn't in my comfort zone, it was still out of my comfort zone, but it was not too far out of my comfort zone, right? That's usually the trick, to do things that are a little out of your comfort zone, but not too far. So they teach you to break your comfort bubble, but it's still something that you can sort of bring up the discipline to do, right? So I started running all by myself in a piece of nature where there were no other people around. And very quickly, after I actually started doing that, I started to find some sense of enjoyment and pride in the fact that I was the fat guy losing some weight. And shortly after that, if I would actually run into some other people, I'd no longer feel ashamed of myself. Because I started to now identify with this character and think, yeah, I'm not ashamed if other people see me, because I now am the fat guy losing weight. This is who I am, right? I'm leveling up. I am the low-level guy leveling up, and I'm not ashamed of that anymore. I actually started to become somewhat proud of it. I did a similar thing when it comes to a job. I didn't just apply to a job, but as some of you guys might know, I actually started an online poker career. So I started to play some online poker. And after playing online poker for a while, I developed such a confidence and such a connection to the character that I was, that I no longer really cared about the fact that I had this gap in my resume. So I also got the confidence to apply to a job, and even if people would reject me, I'd think, well, yeah, fuck it. That's part of the process, right? I am the guy who wasted some years of his life, who's getting his life back together right now. That's who I am. And if some people reject me for that, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. I mean, I don't have the right qualifications. There's someone else who's better than me. I'm just going to keep trying, right? I had this story to back me up. I had this something to believe in. I started to identify with the new character that I was. And this helped me to let go of the past and to focus on the present and the future instead. And another thing that I realized, and I've talked about this before in another video, in fact I've dedicated a whole video to this, is that it is not achieving your goals that brings you fulfillment in life, but it is seeing yourself working towards your goals that does. So one of the biggest fears that I had, one of the things that held me back the most, is the fear of it taking too long. Right? And the insecurity of not knowing if you will ever achieve your goals or how long it was going to take. But the moment I actually started to take some action, the moment I re-rolled this new character, I started to learn that not only does this give you motivation and help you to let go of the past, but it also gives you a sense of enjoyment out of life practically instantly, right? You don't get that sense of satisfaction and happiness, I know it's a controversial word, but you don't get that at the end point once you've actually lost all the weight and once you finally got the job and the girlfriend, etc. But you get that sense of satisfaction the moment you enter the world with that new character and you pick up those first quests. The moment you start doing those quests, you start to realize, damn, I like playing this new character. So this really has been like one of the big mindset changes that made a huge difference in my life. The acceptance of where I was at. Letting go of the past, letting go of your old character and accepting the fact that you're down and that from this point your life can only go up. So I hope that this video gave you something to think about. I hope that it inspires you to make some changes as well. Don't forget to check out the Skool community, guys. I have a free community on Skool. You can ask for advice there. There's some mini courses as well. There's a quitting porn mini course. There's a dopamine reset mini course. I'm thinking about adding exclusive videos on there as well. So like, you know, videos that go slightly more into depth. If you like me talking about stuff and you want to hear me talking more into depth and giving more tips that are not that tied to having to please the YouTube algorithm perhaps, then yeah, check the description below this video. Head over to the Skool community. Guys, that's all I have to say for now, I think. See you in the next video. Have a good day.